This video is going to be for Koricon Nala's channel. I also have a video just like this that's going to be over on Koricon Nerd. It has the same kind of information, except at the end we will be talking about channel specific things. So if you are interested in what I'm doing also on Koricon Nerd, go over there and check out this announcement video over there for that info. Hey everybody, Koricon Nala here, and this is my big announcement video. Some of you may have guessed that followed me on social media, but I have created a production company named Koricon Productions Ltd. The Ltd stands for limited. It's an LLC, or a limited liability company, which is what a lot of small companies are known as out here. You also have corporations and international corporations and things like that. But the LTD stands for limited. And whenever you see a small company like that, they might have LLC or just limited or LTD. There's like a bunch of different things that they could name it. And they give you the choice of what you want to use. And I thought LTD just looked better. But it all means the same thing. I also created a trade name, which is a doing business as, for just Koricon Productions. And I trademarked the logo for Koricon. And that's why you see a little R next to Koricon now on everything, is because it is a registered trademark, which means if anyone else tries to use it, I can sue them. But with that being said, this means that Koricon Productions is now the parent company for everything under it that uses the name Koricon. So both of my channels, I have Koricon Nala and Koricon Nerd, which you can see on my new little board here, which I have this table because I needed more space for doing things that I want to do in the future. So you may see stuff on this desk from time to time, but I'm not going to try and clean it off every time I want to make a video. That is more for me as a workspace, an extra workspace. But Koricon has both channels on there, and Koricon Nala and Koricon Nerd are both under the parent company of Koricon Productions. And the name Koricon is going to be used as the parent name or a surname. So if I had create a third channel or fourth channel for some reason, I would just have another name at the end of it, like Koricon Nerd, Koricon Nala. I'd have something else so that it's under the Koricon banner, but it has its own channel name. Now, also with notifications on both of these channels, that has changed recently with YouTube. So if you go to the notifications bell, if you click on it, it'll now say all, occasional, or none. So some people have been saying they haven't been getting notified of videos when they get uploaded or I go live. It could be that it's because occasional is checked off. And so it's only giving you notifications from time to time, but it's almost random. So if you wanted that, make sure that you're notified as occasional so you don't get notified for every video and just remind you from time to time that you're subscribed to the channel. Or you can choose all if you want to get notified for every video I upload. Also, you may have noticed if you're on my social media stuff that everything was changed from Koricon Nala to just Koricon for Koricon Productions Ltd. So Facebook, Twitter, Discord, and Giphy, which is where I make funny GIFs, all of them now just use the name Koricon, at Koricon. And all of the logos and everything is for Koricon Productions Ltd. because they are the house for both channels and anything involved with that production company. Except Instagram. Instagram, someone else has the name Koricon. I don't know why, but they do. And so on Instagram, it's at Koricon Prod for production. I also created a website, koricon.net. I own that domain name now. And I've been working on making a website. You know, there's nothing really there, but I'm working on it, and it's something that will be growing as the future goes. I just recently got accepted to put Google Ads on it, so that's cool. But I don't have really anything up there. It's more of a shell of what is going to be there at some point. Now, there is a section where you can submit or you can contact me. So if you have suggestions of things that I could do with it, that would be great. But again, it is a work in progress, so don't expect a lot to be there. I think right now all I've really got is the SoundCloud podcast stuff is showing up because I am able to put a stream in there, so it's constantly updated. But check on that. It's something that could be used to help support the channel in the future with the Google ads that are on the website. And it's a nice one-stop shop is what I want it to be, a one-stop shop for everything that is involved with the Koricon name for all of the channels, productions, and anything else that I end up doing. The podcasts that are housed on SoundCloud is also just Koricon now, and that's because it houses everything from both channels. I turn anything that is long form or discussion, interviews, reviews, all of that stuff that is more mic related, not visually. I turn all of those into podcasts and I put them up on SoundCloud. But I've also separated them into playlists so that I have a playlist for Koricon Nala for just the Indian movie reviews, Koricon Nerd for just American reviews, and then for like interviews and things like that. So I have them all separated as playlists, but everything that can be turned into a podcast for either channel will be and put up on SoundCloud, which is also available on Google Play, iTunes, Stitcher, TuneIn, and I've seen it pop up the RSS feed on different podcast people that have just picked it up, places I don't know about. So if you just search the name Koricon, it'll probably come up, but it is there. So if you like to listen to podcasts, you know, head on over to SoundCloud or whatever your favorite podcast listening service is and check out Koricon. I'm up there. You may have seen that I was promoting Stardust at the end of all of my videos. I'm not going to be doing that anymore, where I'm putting that, you know, that little thing at the end of the video where it talks about Stardust. I found it kind of annoying for myself, and if I find it annoying, I know other people do as well. So I'm not putting that up anymore on every video. The only people that really care about the Stardust reactions are the people that are on Stardust or on one of my social medias like Facebook and Twitter. So if you like the Stardust 30-second reaction thing, I'm up there. Go check me out. You will also see my Stardust reactions go up to Facebook and Twitter, but not on Instagram because there's no integration for Instagram right now. It's just more of like sending a link to someone in a private message, but I can't post my Stardust reactions on Instagram like I do with Facebook and Twitter. So you're going to see Stardust reactions for a lot of things because I'm just going to be reacting. It's a good way of just getting a 30-second reaction to something I've seen, whether it be at a movie theater or here. You know, it might be something that I was watching in the background while I'm doing something and I just wanted to talk about it real quick. So you may see a 30-second Stardust reaction, but I might not review it, a full review on the channel. Or it may not be something that we're going to discuss on a Twitch stream or something like that. So you may just see 30-second reactions for just random stuff. If for some reason I get a lot of requests for me to actually do a full review of that movie or show or whatever it is that I did a Stardust reaction for, I could possibly do it, but I'm not always going to be reviewing everything that I do a Stardust reaction for. It's more of just a fun way of getting a 30-second reaction out there so you get my thoughts on whatever random thing that I watched. I also do have a Twitch account, but we're kind of experimenting over there and mostly for the other channel, Koricon Nerd, me and Matt Kohler and Ian Baylock. Those two are from Batman Master of Fear. We've been doing film discussions, like we recently just did one on Akira Kurosawa's Ron from 1985. And we'll be talking about like in Avengers Infinity War. And we're trying to do it like once a month. But what I like about it is it's a live stream. So we can go over there, we can film it real quick. We have our discussion, and then I can take that and put it on YouTube and turn it into a podcast. But it's a quick way of getting the conversation out there without me having to do a lot of editing, heavy editing that takes up a lot of time. So it's a good way of getting out some quick content. And so we're going to be doing those over there. I haven't had any plans for doing anything Koricon Nala related on Twitch because I don't think I have anybody that's going over there from the Indian community. So And we haven't really been like making a schedule for it. It's pretty much random right now. When we all have a chance to be able to talk about a movie and film it, then we do it. So it's not like every Thursday at 8 o'clock, like we don't know half the time when we're going to be able to, or it gets pushed because of one reason or another, and then we have to do it at a random time. So they just pop up. But it is there, and it's more of something for us to play with and experiment with, and we'll see what we can do with it in the future. But it is something that I enjoy doing. If you wanted to know how you can support the channel, there's a bunch of different ways that we're doing it. We have the ad revenue that you see on YouTube. Koricon Nerds channel doesn't get any of that because we haven't hit that threshold to be able to monetize, but Koricon Knowledge channel, I monetize. So if you don't have ad blockers on, I get a little bit for those ads. Also live streams that I do on Koricon Nala and on Twitch. Those donations that come in, or super chats, that supports the channel. I've got a PayPal account. If you want to just send a donation, you can do that. We have a merch store, which has the Koricon Nala t-shirts and hoodies and all kinds of other stuff. I'm also going to be making some just Koricon specific, so it's just Koricon on there. But I haven't played too much with it. So there is stuff over there, but it's all for Koricon Nala right now if you're interested. I also have an Amazon wish list, which is set up, just has things that I would want for my channel. And also, if you just want to be able to send me something from Amazon, you can. I have a mailbox. So any money and support that comes through any of these places, they go to support Koricon Productions in general, which is both channels and anything else that's going on under the Koricon Productions banner. But I also have a mailbox where you can send letters, packages, things from the Amazon wish list, and other stuff. So there have been, people from India that wanted to send me a movie, and I've had a couple of people do that. It's really expensive to ship something from India. But if there is a movie that you wanted to get me, you could go to Amazon and order it from there and just ship it to that mailing address, and that cuts out a lot of that shipping cost that would come from India. So that's an option if that's something you wanted to do. Also for posters, because I can't get Indian posters in the US. I'm not sure if Amazon will ship an Indian poster or not, but you can try, because I've had people want to send me posters, but it costs so much to ship from India that I understand why I don't get them. But that mailbox, links to everything that I'm talking about, is in the description below. So just make sure that when you do ship something that because the mailbox is the same for anything under Koricon Productions. So put the name either Koricon Productions, Koricon Nala, Koricon Nerd, to specify what it is you're mailing for what reason. Because I do mailbox unboxings. So if I get things for this channel, I'll unbox it for this channel. Same thing with Nerd. But if I just get a package and it doesn't have a name on it, and I do the unboxing for it and it's on the wrong channel, you know what I mean? So try and cut down on some of the confusion and just let me know in reference to what it is that you're sending it for. For Koricon Nala's channel specifically, we've got the trailer reactions and the live streams. I wasn't able to do one this week. It's been a bit chaotic here, but that's one thing that you guys have been seeing me do is I try every Friday night when I can, if I'm not working. Sometimes I have to move it to a day that I do it after work, that I'll do a live stream for the trailer reactions or for trailers that came out that week. You'll see me post on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram that I'm going to be doing a live stream and at what time. And then I also set it up on YouTube for the live stream. It has a counter, counts down to when the live stream starts. Keep an eye out for those if you're interested, but that's where all of the trailer reactions are going to go. I've been doing that for about a month and a half now, and it's been really good. It saves me a lot of time from having to edit and render all of these trailer reactions. I can just get them out during the live stream, and I have a lot of fun doing the live stream and talking to you guys, and I'll get feedback on some of the trailers while we're doing it. I love the format, so that's why I'm going to be doing that. You guys may have seen some exciting interviews that I've done recently, like with Madhavan for Breathe. the interview with the director and the writer for Breathe, and then recently Madhu, who was a producer on Days of Borapora. Now, I would love to do more interviews. So if you're watching this and you're part of a production team, or you're working on something, I'd like to interview you. I would love to do that. And collabs. If you are a YouTuber or just a creator in general, I would love to do a collab or an interview with you for the Creator Spotlight series. So if you're a creator, not just a YouTuber, but music, art, anything, if you create something, I would love to interview you for my Creator Spotlight series. Feel free to contact me, let me know what you're about, and we'll go from there. We'll see what we can do. Now, some future things that are coming up that I'm excited about. One of them is I'm going to be building a camera rig for I really film on my cell phone these days, or one of my phones. I don't have enough money to actually afford a good camera. So I'm making a rig for my cell phone that will also house things like this, which is a microphone, and other things that I'll be using. So I'm going to be building this camera rig, and I'm going to do a video on it. Now, it's going to be a while before this video comes out because I've got to figure out all the logistics. This is not something that I can just download and then be able to build, because I'm wanting to do things that I haven't seen on other rigs. And so I'm figuring it out as I go. And then I'll be filming the process, and when I'm done and it works, I will be uploading that video, but I cannot give you a time frame on that. Just know that it's something that will be coming sometime in the future. Also, which will be coming long in the future, but we are working on right now, is I want to do some original short stories and other things like that. We have some ideas that I'm working with. We need to flesh out. We're in the very beginning stages. So it's more of trying to figure out what it is that exactly we want to do, which story we want to go with, what format we want to go with, and then going through pre-production and production and post-production. But Koricon Productions has no money. So I may own the legal entity, but we don't have money. So it's more of, these are going to be very cheap productions, things that don't cost anything or cost very little. It's going to be a building process. So we will see what happens. I can't give any information really right now because I don't have any information that I can give. Just know that we are working on doing that in the future. So I'm excited about it, but it is a long process. As many of you know, it takes a long time to be able to make a short film or a web series or whatever else. So right now we're going through some writing stages. We're picking a story that we would want to do, and yeah, we'll see what happens. But I'm excited about it. Little nervous, but excited. So comment below and let me know your thoughts. Links to everything that I've talked about is in the description below. You can check that out. Like, share, subscribe, and tell your friends. And I will see you on the next video.